afternoon, welcome. This is chair yoga and we're going to go ahead and get started. So if you have a comfortable chair to sit in, go ahead and just take a seat. We are going to do some of the practice, the second part of the practice in standing if that's available to you. So if you do have a yoga mat, if you want to use it, you can. You might just want to place it behind your chair if you have space. Otherwise, if not, don't worry about it. So just taking a comfortable seat, you can scooch your butt back in the chair and just relax your back on the backrest. You can either let your hands fall down on your lap for more of a grounding position, or you can turn the palms up for more of a receiving position depending on how you're feeling today. Then just take a deep breath in. Think about lengthening the spine just slightly as you sit here. So rooting down through the pelvis, lifting the crown of the head up, and then either blinking your eyes closed or lowering your gaze, and just let yourself come into this space today. So just taking a few moments of observation. Noticing how you feel today, noticing any feelings that come up or emotions, and noticing your body, any areas of tension or discomfort. Notice what's going on in your mind, and do your best now to just put a pause on those thoughts for the next half an hour or so. Then I invite you to tune into your breath. So without changing or modifying the breath, noticing where you feel the breath today, noticing the quality of the breath. And as it's available to you, I want you to start to shift the breath low into the belly. Inhaling, allowing the belly to expand outward, and then exhale to draw the navel into the spine. Just taking a few belly breaths at your own pace, doing your best to match the length of the in-breath with the out-breath. Think about relaxing across the face, softening the jaw, maybe allowing the teeth to separate slightly. And then we're going to move into a three-part breath. So when we breathe in three segments, we're going to inhale up the back body in three parts, and then exhale out the front body in three parts. So as you begin, think about inhaling at the back, lower part of your rib cage, the middle back, and then the upper back. And as you exhale, think about releasing the breath from the chest, the middle part of your trunk, and then the low belly. And you can do that however long or short feels good to you, but I would try to challenge you to at least a 3 count for each of those. So as you inhale, thinking about the air expanding the lower rib cage, the middle part of your back, and then your upper back. And as you exhale, releasing the breath from the chest, the middle rib cage, the low belly. So continue to breathe in that way for about 3 more breath cycles, inhaling back, lower ribs, mid back, upper back, exhaling chest, middle rib cage, low belly. So 2 more times at your own pace, kind of noticing any sensations that you feel as you breathe in that way. Really keying into each area as you breathe into each space. And finishing the cycle that you're on. Think about using that exhale to release anything that's weighing you down today. And then on your next inhale, sitting up tall in your chair, reach your arms up over your head. As you exhale, bring the hands together at heart center. Good, one more time. Inhale, reach the arms forward or up, maybe looking up. Exhale, bring the hands together at heart center. Pausing momentarily here, letting your chin drop down just slightly. Create an intention for your practice today, bringing it into your heart. And then as you inhale, reach the arms all the way up again. Look up as you exhale, bring the hands together at heart center. Now go ahead and sit up a little bit straighter in your chair. So scooting your sit bones back, finding some length in the spine. So being mindful of the head over neck, over the rest of your spine position. Go ahead and drop your right ear towards your right shoulder. Let the chin fall to the chest. And then left ear, left shoulder. Good, we're gonna move through that a few times. So not pausing just yet, but just some gentle neck rolls. Slowly dropping the chin to the chest. Left ear, left shoulder. Chin to your chest, right ear, right shoulder. Good, and the next time you move over to the left side, I want you to just pause there. So left ear, left shoulder. If you'd like, take your left hand and just set it on the far side of the head here. So we're not pulling on the head, but we're just gently resting the head here. Just providing a little bit of gentle overpressure. If it works out for you, grounding down through this opposite shoulder, you might hold on to that seat pan or tuck your hand underneath you. Good, to come out of it, you're gonna move your hand onto the left side of your head and assist your head back to center. Good, release that left arm down, grabbing the chair or tucking it underneath your thigh, sitting nice and tall again. Take a breath in. As you exhale this time, right ear, right shoulder, keeping your nose facing forward. Go ahead and take that right hand, just set it gently on the left side of your head. Inviting a little bit of a side stretch into the neck. Continuing to breathe as you hold here. Remember, we're not moving into any pain or discomfort, but just working towards a comfortable edge, starting to feel some length in the neck. Good, slowly releasing that hand to the right side of the head, assisting back to center. Good, go ahead and release down. This time I want you to sit a little bit more forward in your chair so your back is no longer against the backrest. And we'll start with some shoulder rolls in a forward direction. So thinking about keying into the neck and the tops of the shoulders and just relaxing through there. Good, finishing the one that you're on, and then we'll move in a backwards direction. So inhaling and exhaling, opening across the chest and the collarbones, releasing that tension from the tops of the shoulders. Good, sitting nice and tall, let those shoulders round back, lifting the center of the chest. As you inhale, go ahead and press your palms towards me. As you exhale, drop your chin slightly down. Imagine separating the shoulder blades, breathing into that space between the shoulder blades. As you inhale, sit nice and tall, reach your arms up over your head. As you exhale, side stretch to the right. Inhale, coming back to center. Exhale, side stretch to the left. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, one more time, palms towards me, mid-back stretch. So shoulders are gonna fall down away from your ears. Tuck the chin slightly, separate the shoulder blades. Allow the breath to flow to the middle part of the back. Inhale, sweep the arms up, sit nice and tall. So you're lifting your chest, tipping your pelvis forward. Exhale, side stretch to the right. Gaze can be up or down, whatever feels best on your neck. Breathe in, lift up to center. As you exhale, side stretch to the left. Breathing into this entire side body here. Good, breathe in, lengthen. Both sides of the trunk reach up. As you exhale, lower the arms all the way down. This time I want you to interlace either your thumbs or all of your fingers back behind you. So you're gonna grab back just above your sacrum. Do your best to draw down and back to open the chest up. If for whatever reason you can't do that or that's not available to you, you're just gonna place your hands and point your elbows backwards. So anywhere on the back of your hips. So interlacing thumbs or hands, scooting more forward in your chair. Draw the hands down and back, lift the chest, lift the chin. Maybe blinking your eyes closed for a few breaths here. Just allowing the breath to come across the heart center into the front body. Continuing to breathe here. Good. Use your exhale to release back to center. We're going to just go ahead and circle out the wrists here, one direction, and then the opposite direction. And then open and close the hands. So if you're doing a lot of typing or a lot of writing, just kind of releasing that tension out of the hands and the wrists. Good, and then releasing. On your inhale, I want you to sit nice and tall. Tip your pelvis forward. Come to seated cow pose. Opening the chest and shoulders. As you exhale, I want you to tuck and round. Seated cat. Inhale, sit nice and tall. Open the chest. Seated cow. Exhale, round and tuck. Tailbone under. Seated cat. Inhale, sit tall, seated cow. Think about warming up the spine. Exhale, round and tuck. Good. Inhale, sit nice and tall, seated cow. Open the chest. Exhale, round and tuck. Seated cat. Good. Inhale, come to a neutral spine now. And then I want you to just go ahead and bend and straighten your knees a little bit. We're going to start with a little lower body stretch, our reclining pigeon pose. So you can inhale and float the heels and then the toes, just increasing a little bit of blood flow to the legs. We will do some standing, as I mentioned. So sitting nice and tall, I want you to think about the right leg here. If you have limited motion in your hips, you may benefit from having a towel or a strap or a belt nearby. But you're going to sit nice and tall. We're going to take that right leg and make a figure 4 position. So bringing that leg onto the opposite thigh. You're going to do your best to let this knee relax out to the side. So you want to be mindful of not holding that knee up. So we're looking to open into the glute and the rotators of the hip. So continuing to sit nice and tall. On an exhale, I want you to lead with your heart forward fold. So you're just hinging forward over that leg. Notice that you're not collapsing through the trunk, keeping your spine engaged, bending forward, feeling some openness and some lengthening into that right glute and outer hip. So from here, you could even rotate that ankle or point and flex the foot if that feels good. Relaxing your face and jaw. And then as you inhale, lifting the trunk back up. As you exhale, go ahead and uncross that side. This time sitting tall, you're going to take that left leg, crossing it over the right. So if you did need to use a little bit of assistance, you could go ahead and just take that towel or belt and loop it around the ankle, and you're just going to work towards that kneecap position. So some people are not as flexible through the hip, so their heel might be towards their lower leg. You can also use that towel to bring your leg up onto the opposite leg, creating that, again, figure 4 position here for our seated pigeon pose. Sit nice and tall and breathe in. As you exhale, start to lead with your heart, hinging forward over that leg. So think about the breath going into that left hip. Noticing if you're holding on in any places. Just doing your best to let go. Relaxing and directing some breath into the hip. Good, and then slowly start to inhale, bring your trunk back up to center. As you exhale, releasing that leg down. And then just pausing for a moment here, I want you to connect to the earth through your feet. So noticing maybe the balls of your feet and your heels. Try to connect to the ground with all 4 corners of each foot. Sitting nice and tall, breathing in. This is our seated mountain pose. Broadening across the heart center. Pulling the shoulder blades in and down, taking a nice deep breath in through the nose, and exhale through an open mouth. One more time. Deep breath in through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. Good. When you're ready, if you're comfortable, we're going to come to a standing position. So go ahead and stand up. Walk around to the back part of your chair. So if you, especially being mindful, if you need the chair for balance, then you might just keep the chair back where it is. You certainly could keep your socks or your shoes on, but if you don't have a mat and you're on a linoleum floor or a hardwood floor, I would suggest either keeping your shoes on or otherwise using a mat. So we're gonna go ahead and start with our feet about fist distance apart. So I'm gonna just move my chair slightly forward so you can notice my feet just a little bit. Lengthening across the heart center. On an inhale, you're gonna reach your arms all the way up. Looking up, as you exhale, you're gonna bring your hands through heart center and forward fold. So what that looks like is you're just going to round your chest a little bit. So if you have trouble with dizziness or lightheadedness, you're gonna keep your head in line with your heart or a little bit higher. If you have good range of motion and you feel like you can tolerate bending forward, you can let your arms kind of dangle towards the floor. So the key is you're finding rounding in the spine. Breathe in, come to a flat back. So when you do that, you're gonna draw the shoulder blades together. Pull your belly in. Exhale, round and fold. At any point, if you need the chair, you just use it for balance. Inhale, press through your feet. Take your time, stand all the way up. Look up. Exhale, bring the hands together at heart center. You can do all of this also sitting down. So if you're not comfortable in standing or you don't feel like standing today, you can just have a seat in your chair. So we'll move through that one more time. Inhale, reaching the arms up. Looking up, exhale, hands through heart center. Bow, forward fold. Let your spine round. Inhale, flat back. Halfway lift. Exhale, round and fold. Inhale, reach your arms all the way up. Look up. Exhale, bring the hands together at heart center. Good, this time we're gonna toe heel our feet out wide. So I want you to just toe heel your feet out so you have a pretty wide stance. I want your feet to be parallel to the short edges of your mat. And from this position, standing nice and tall, we're gonna start with our left leg. So we're gonna take our left toes and we're gonna point them to the left wall. And then from here, I want you to toe those right toes in just slightly, standing up nice and tall, keeping your hips towards me, breathing in. As you exhale, I want you to start to bend into that left knee. So the leg that's forward, I'm doing my best to mirror you, so that's going to be your left leg in this direction, knee over ankle. I want you to look down at that foot, being mindful to not let your knee buckle inward or go too far out to the side. So knee over ankle alignment, nice and tall through the trunk. Inhale, raise one or both arms up to shoulder height. So if I need my chair for balance, I'm gonna be here. Otherwise, I might bring both my arms up to shoulder height. So this is our warrior two pose. You can also do this exact same thing sitting down. So if you were to do it completely sitting, you just wanna be to the front edge of your chair. You'd extend this leg out. This leg is going to be to the side. And just kind of propping on your chair, raising up, looking forward. So just really using the chair as a prop. Give you a little bit of support through the hips and the lower body. So from here, you should start to notice some activation into the legs. As you exhale, I want you to go ahead and bring your left hand down to the thigh. Sweep your right arm up and over for extended side angle. So this is a nice big side stretch here, really stretching through that right side body. What I want you to think about here is not collapsing onto your thigh. So if you don't like your hand on your thigh, you could also put it on your chair back. So we're looking for just a little bit of a side stretch here. Continuing to breathe as you hold. As you inhale, I want you to start to straighten up. Come back to center. As you exhale, release that arm down. This time we're gonna switch hands. Inhale, left arm reaches up. Exhale, side side stretch, opposite direction. So now we're lengthening the left side of the trunk. This is our reverse triangle pose. So micro bend in both knees, continuing to breathe here. Good, inhale, coming back to center. Bring your arms back up to shoulder height. And then now go ahead and turn those left toes in. So your feet should be roughly parallel to each other. Take a nice deep breath in. As you exhale, I want you to start to hinge forward. Bring your hands to either your chair, your seat pan, or your armrests, or maybe even the chair back, depending on where you are. So we're going to explore a wide leg forward fold here. So just keeping your chest lifted as much as you feel comfortable. You might move and sway a little bit from side to side. So we're just starting to feel some length into the back of the legs here. So from the side, just allowing your forehead to relax. Maybe playing with shifting your weight back towards the heels or to your toes. But we're looking to find a little bit of length into the back of the leg. So oftentimes if we're doing especially a lot of sitting, it's good to lengthen out those hamstrings a little bit. Good, on your inhale, start to bring your trunk back up. So still in that wide leg position here, I want you to start to turn those right toes to the right wall. So now we're angling those toes out, preparing for the second side. We're going to take the left toes and just move them in slightly. Take a nice deep breath in to lengthen. As you exhale, you're going to start to bend into that right knee. So knee over ankle alignment. Tailbone is tucked under slightly. You can raise one or both arms up to shoulder height. So chair as you need to for balance. If it's available to you, you're going to look over that right hand. Try to let the shoulders relax out of the, try to let the shoulders drop down away from the ears. So we're doing some chair yoga, but we're about 10 minutes or 20 minutes in. We're just doing a little bit of standing for those of you that just joined us. Just mute your mic if you can. So you can do this sitting as well. So in your chair, we're moving into a warrior two pose. So take your legs nice and wide. You're gonna turn your right toes out, try to straighten your left leg, and then just raising your arms up to shoulder height. Be mindful of your neighbor. Good, and you're gonna try to look over that right hand. Beautiful. Continuing to breathe here. So doing this in sitting or standing, whatever feels good for you. As you exhale, I want you to let your right arm drop down to your thigh. Reach your left arm up and over. So we're getting a little bit of a side stretch here. Beautiful. Keep breathing. Relaxing through your face and jaw. Good. As you exhale, go ahead and come back to center with your trunk. So drop this arm down. You're going to inhale, reaching that right arm up, and we're going to take a little back bend the other way. So now doing a side stretch on this side. So if you're doing this in standing, it's going to look like this. So just a side stretch on the right here. You can do it with both knees straight or that front knee bent, whatever works out best for you. Continuing to breathe. Good, inhale, sweep that arm up, exhale, release it down. So for those of you that are sitting, if you're okay standing, I'm gonna have you stand behind your chair and we're gonna do a little hamstring stretch. So we're gonna come behind the chair, we're gonna stagger our feet just slightly. So I want you to put your right foot forward, take your left foot back about 2 feet. So you're nice and tall on your chair. Take a nice deep breath in, lift your chest. As you exhale, you're gonna hinge at your hip crease and start to fold over your leg. So you should feel a little bit of a stretch through that right hamstring muscle. You can grab onto your armrest. You can rest on the back of your chair. So this is if you're doing a lot of sitting, you might feel some tightness in the back of the thigh here. So we're looking for a little bit of a hamstring stretch. This is called pyramid pose. Not moving into pain or discomfort, but just kind of finding that spot where you notice a little bit of a stretch. Good, and then as you inhale, come up a little bit straighter with your trunk. Step your left foot up to your right. Breathe in, stand nice and tall behind your chair. And then as you exhale, step your right foot back about 2 feet with the toes just slightly turned out. Breathe in, nice and tall. And then as you exhale, same thing, hinging forward this time on the second side. So hinging forward over that left leg, noticing some length into the left hamstring. Do your best to let the back of your neck relax here. Think about directing the breath to the back of the left thigh. If your mind starts to wander to your to-do list or to anything else that is going on right now, I want you to do your best to just bring it back to your breathing. Take another deep breath in and out. Good, and then go ahead and start to slowly bring your trunk back up. This time you're gonna take that back leg, step it in, and then we're gonna go ahead and move around, taking a seat back in the chair. So coming into sitting nice and tall towards the edge of the chair. We're just gonna do a couple more things before we move into our final relaxation here. Taking a nice deep breath in and out. Good, on your next inhale, I want you to reach your arms all the way up. Look up. As you exhale, I want you to open your chest. Think about bringing your elbows towards your sides, lengthening that front body. As you inhale, reach your arms up, and exhale, bring the hands together. Good, one more time. Inhale, reach your arms all the way up. Look up. Exhale, open your chest. Elbows to the side. So really coming out of that rounded shoulder posture, pulling the shoulder blades together. Inhale, reach your arms up. And then exhale, bring the hands together at heart center. Good. Inhale, reach your arms all the way up. This time I want you to take your right hand, grab onto your left wrist, take a little side stretch to the right. Beautiful. Inhale, come back to center, lengthen both sides of the trunk, switch your grip. Exhale, side stretch to the left. Beautiful. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, release your arms down. Take your left hand and move it on the outside of your right knee. So we're going to start to turn and look back to the back left corner. So when you do this, I want you to use your right hand as kind of a kickstand on the back edge of your chair. So you're turning and looking to that back right corner. Each time you breathe in, I want you to think about sitting tall. And as you exhale, you're going to twist. So keeping that right shoulder blade pulling in and down towards your spine. Good. One more breath in. As you exhale, come back to center. Sit nice and tall again. Breathe in. This time you're going to take your right hand, move it on the outside of your left knee. That left hand is going to come to the chair back, kind of like a kickstand. Sit nice and tall, breathe in, and start to look with your eyes, and then let the rest of your spine follow. So twisting to the left, drawing that left shoulder blade in and down to open the chest. Breathe in, lengthening. Exhale, rotating. Relaxing through the face and jaw. Good, one more breath in. As you exhale, release back to center. Find a comfortable spot in your chair. So we're going to do just a couple minutes of quiet breathing, relaxation, a little bit of mindfulness. So just allow your back to rest against the chair. You can let your arms ground down through your thighs, palms down or palms up. And then just allow the eyes to close or look down towards the floor. We're going to take a couple of cleansing breaths. So you're going to breathe in through the nose. And then open your mouth, big exhale, let it out. Good, one more time, inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth, let everything go. And then just start to return your breath to your belly. So I want you to begin to inhale and exhale into the lowest part of your belly. Starting to use that diaphragm to breathe. So as you inhale, your belly is going to expand out like you're filling up a balloon. As you exhale, you're going to draw the navel in towards the spine. So just noticing that belly breath, doing that for a few times, matching the length of your inhale with the length of your exhale. So if you're inhaling for a 3 count, try to exhale at least for 3 counts, if not longer. That's going to be where you're going to invite that sense of relaxation. Lowering your heart rate, your breathing rate, your blood pressure. Inhaling, drawing in the breath. Think about bringing in a sense of peace and calm to the body. As you exhale, releasing worry, stress, anxiety. Inhaling peace and stillness. Exhaling pain or discomfort. And just scanning your body, noticing any areas that you feel tension in still, and just doing your best to let those go. Paying special attention to just the subtleness of the breath. Noticing the gentle rise and fall of the belly as you breathe in and out. Acknowledging that the breath is something that you can control when lots of things feel out of control. Just enjoying a few moments of peace and stillness before you move about the rest of your day. You feel ready, beginning to deepen your breath, and maybe just inviting some movement into your hands or your feet. And then we'll sit a little bit taller in the chair, so scooting your hips back towards the backrest, lengthening your spine one more time. Go ahead and inhale to reach the arms all the way up, nice and long through the spine. Exhale, bring the hands together at heart center. And just pausing for a moment here, create an intention or recall your intention just for the rest of your day here, just something that you'd like to focus on or maybe something that you'd like to do. Take a moment of gratitude for bringing yourself here, for dedicating some time for self-care, and I thank you all for sharing your practice with me today. Namaste. So if you guys are interested in the chair class, this will be every Thursday from 12:10 to 12:40. You come whenever you can, no big deal. If you can make it for the whole time, great. If you have to leave early or come late, it's perfectly fine.